Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As usual, I hope that you guys are doing great. So today we're going to be talking about something so important to me, and I'm so sure to many of you guys, and that is time management. Oh, I know how real the struggle can be when it comes to this topic, and the truth is it's so important because poor time management can severely impact your productivity. Now, you guys, if you follow me on my blog, on social media, you'll probably know I am big on goal setting. I don't play with my goals. I set goals at the end of every year so that come January 1st, I have my goals written down, I know my vision for the year, I know the direction in which I'm trying to go. What I also do is I have quarterly check-ins because I like to make sure that I'm, on track and checking the progress that I'm making. This year, March 31st came by and I picked up my journal to have a look at the progress that I had made. Guys, what progress? There was no progress. It was an epic fail. I hadn't even made a fraction of the progress with my goals that I had expected to make from January to the end of March. It was awful, it was terrible. So I sat myself down, I was so disappointed in myself. I'm there blogging about goals and then come March 31st, no progress. So I really tried to think about where I had gone wrong. And it just became very apparent to me that I was not allocating my time effectively. And if you're not doing that and you're wondering why you're not productive, that is the answer to why you're not able to be productive, or at least one of the answers. So, of course, I'm not going to come and make a video without having made progress. Things have changed. Things have changed. I've done a full 360, and so I want to share 5 tips, 5 really helpful things that helped me to do a complete 360, transform how I spend my time, and therefore make me so productive. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed this video. Here goes tip number 1. Tip number 1 is to time log. Some people call it time logging, some people call it time tracking, time journaling. It's basically where you get an idea of how you spend your time. And I just want to say, for this tip, I'd say it's a prerequisite to, the other tips that I'm going to be sharing. I would highly recommend doing this first and foremost. Unlike the other tips, it's not something you have to do for the long term. It can be done just once, and the revelation that it will give you will be enough to just kick you up the butt and literally make you want to get your ish together. So time logging is very simple. All you do is take note or make note of how long you spend doing certain activities. So for example, let's say I'm going about my week, average week in the life of me, and a friend calls me. I would just put the time down that my friend calls and then go about the conversation as I usually would. And then at the end of the conversation, make note of the end time. And do this for every activity that you can for the duration of a week. So how long it takes you to get ready in the morning, how long your commute into work is, how long you spend cooking dinner, everything. Guys, let me expose myself. I did this for a week. At the end of the week, one of the biggest eye-openers for me was how much time I waste on social media. I found out that I was spending 6 to 7 hours a week on social media. And I can't even lie to you guys and say, I was working on a brand partnership or a brand collaboration. No, none of that. Simply browsing photo, like, oh, let me comment, oh, I like that. Wasting time. YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. And these are hours that I could have spent doing other productive things that are contributing to my personal growth, my passions, my health. It was a real eye-opener, so I definitely recommend time logging for a week, or at the very least 3 days, but at best a week. So you can have a revelation like I did and just see how much time you are wasting. Tip number 2, this is one of my favorites. I feel like it's been the most impactful for me, and that is to create a time management schedule. Guys, schedule your life. there are 168 hours in a week, and I feel like, you know, yes, there are loads of compulsory things that we have to do that eat into our time, but even after we've done these things, we have so much time left. I mean, let's say, for example, you work a 45-hour week. That would leave you with 123 hours, okay? Then there's some other compulsory things that we have to do, right? Like eating, like sleeping. Let's say you sleep for 8 hours a day. That's 56 hours in a week, and 123 minus 56 would leave you with 67 hours. Now, I know, like I said, there are other compulsory things, but just take that number, that figure, 67 hours. That is so much time. And I think, you know, just thinking of time in that sense, you realize there's so much time, even after work and even after sleeping. So I think that in the same way that, you know, I'm at work from 9 till 5, you should also know what you're doing after work especially, because this is where we lose a lot of time. So in my case, I know what I do on a Monday from 6 till 7, 7 till 8, 8 till 9, and so on until bedtime. The same for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have stuff scheduled back to back. And don't get me wrong, that includes chill time, because if you are just working, you will completely run out of energy. So I've got pamper time scheduled in, Bible study time scheduled in, time to go to the gym, time scheduled for everything. And I feel it just makes a huge difference to coming home, knowing that you want to be productive, but just thinking, oh, what do I do today? I'm not really sure. Just that alone will take time off your hands. So just knowing what you do on a day-to-day basis after work for every hour up until the end of the day. And on that note, in one of my most recent blog posts, I shared my personal time management schedule with you guys, so you guys can see what I get up to every day of the week. Most important of all, there's also a free template for you guys to use so that you can create your very own time management schedule. I'll put the link down below. Feel free to download and do with it as you please. Now, the final bit on the point of creating a time schedule is, number one, don't just leave your schedule on your laptop in Excel. Transfer it to your phone, add it to your calendar app, so that wherever you are, you know what you're going to be doing later on. It's so important, and I think it just helps for you to frame your day. Second of all, if you're wondering, what do I do? How do I prioritize what I do in the evenings? I know I want to be productive, I know I want to manage my time more effectively, but how do I prioritize what I do? I'll just give you guys an example of what I do, and I hope it will be helpful. So I think of my life and I just kind of break it down into the most important things. So I create 3 to 5 categories. Health is very important to me, family is very important to me, personal growth is very important to me, spending time reading, educating myself wherever possible, and other things. And so I have these categories, and they allow for me to give my tasks a greater sense of purpose. So under health, for example, I'll have gym time. Under family time, I'll have time where I sit down with my husband for like an hour and we just talk about us and our future, etc. So categorize and then decide which of the categories is most important to you, and just start to slot them into your schedule. And at least at the end of every week, you can say, this week I know I dedicated this much time to health, this much time to my passion, this much time to my family, etc. My third tip is to outsource. If you guys follow me on social media, you'll know I absolutely adore Miley Till, the founder of Curlbox. She speaks a lot about knowing the value of your time. And I feel like there are many tasks that we could be doing, I was doing this before, that could easily be outsourced to a company or delegated to someone else. In my case, I decided to get a cleaner. I love the house to be clean. I feel like I work better in a clean environment. But I just decided that the 2 hours a week that I would pay for a cleaner was actually saving me more time. Yes, it was costing me money, but I decided that I was actually making more money by being able to put my time elsewhere. So outsource or delegate, and it can save you so much time. You can do your food shopping online. I do that as well for things that aren't fresh. I buy most of my, dry foods online. You can also outsource your laundry. There are so many ways to save time by outsourcing. I can't can't lie to you guys, this tip is not an easy one, but the sooner you start practicing how to say no, the easier it will be to say it. Now, I'm not saying don't be philanthropical. It is so important to give and help people, but just don't stretch yourself too thin. You cannot say yes to every and anyone that asks for your help. You have to create boundaries. The same goes for saying no to yourself, not just saying no to other people, but saying no to yourself when it comes to answering phone calls, saying, no, I'm not going to answer this call, or I'm not going to have a long phone call because I got ish to do. So if you have friends who like to have 1 hour conversations, that's all good and well. But if you refer to step number 2 and you have a time management schedule which includes time to chill and relax, then you can call them when it's that time. Text them, tell them you're busy, or just take the call and just say, hey, you know, I really miss you, want to catch up with you, but I have to talk to you later. Say no to your phone, say no to procrastination. In fact, switch your phone off when you know you're trying to maximize productivity, because our phones can be such a huge distraction. Last but not least, guys, use your mornings. The mornings are such a perfect time to be productive. I spoke about time management, creating a schedule, and I focused on the evenings, but mornings are just as important, because I feel if you focus all of your energy on doing all of the things you want to do towards the end of the day, you're not going to be as productive as you would have been earlier on in the day, because you've gone to work and you're probably a little bit drained. But if you wake up a little earlier, half an hour or an hour earlier, you are fresh-minded and you're ready to start the day. On top of that, it's usually quieter. In my case, I wake up around 5:30 or 6. Hubby is still sleeping. I come to the living room and I just get in my zone. And the mornings are a great time to do the most important task. I love to do that because I just feel so buzzed for the day. If I get something really important done in the morning, I'm set for the rest of the day. I feel like a boss. I'm like, oh, yes, okay. So take advantage of your mornings, and I'm sure you can get more out of your day. So that is all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips that have been really helpful for you, please share them with everyone. Drop them down in the comment section. Check out the description box for links to the free time management schedule, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.